Hello. We at ElysianNxt would like to share some experiences in implementing the Basel IV rules, as we are approaching the original adoption line of 1st of January 2023. Some countries have gone ahead according to these original timelines, so we wanted to share some experiences. Maybe Australia is an interesting story because there we are working together with local partner ElysianNxt, who is engaging with the industry bodies, and so we implemented the APRA consultative revision that was published in December 2020 into our solution, and APRA invited the banks to participate in a QoS exercise. So that exercise, we did that together with clients in Australia and with ElysianNxt to use our solution, which has the consultative rules embedded in the system. And we helped our clients to use those rules to basically do the impact assessment. Our experience was, and our approach was, that we first start with establishing a baseline to match or reconcile with their results of their incumbent system, to then run that same portfolio with the new rules and do these impact assessments. So that's an exercise that we were able to complete in 6 weeks' time, which is only feasible by having the solution that has all the rules predefined in the system, embedded in the system, as well as making use of our SaaS environments to use these QoS exercises, so that our clients don't need to invest in hardware to do these kind of exercises. Then after that, there was a second round of QoS in June last year, to then ultimately have the final APRA regulations published towards the end of the year. And these, the timeline for APRA is 28th of November for their first best effort submission. So all our clients have now been concluded and are ready to submit to APRA based on these timelines. So that's basically our first experience or rollout of Basel IV solutions. Indonesia has followed similar timelines, but there we have a different kind of experience, because there we engaged directly with the largest bank of Indonesia that used our solution already in first quarter of 2021 to assess the impact of the OJK Basel IV rules. So they went live with that solution in April 2021. Then in June 2021, OJK published their final rules, giving the banks 1.5 years to prepare for the final effective date of 1st of January 2023. So the bank needed that time to prepare for all the data gaps, and in Q4 this year we have basically implemented the final Basel rules for that bank in Indonesia. So the lessons learned from these two countries, maybe similar timelines. So our clients in Australia and Indonesia, they used our solution to assess the impact of the then consultative versions of the rules in Q1 2021. That then was used by the regulators to come up with the final rules later in that year. Banks needed quite some time to source the additional data, which is not to be underestimated for Basel IV. The additional data needs to be fetched from source systems, enriched within the source systems sometimes, all to support that more granular exposure classification, for example, under Basel IV. So these are the main lessons learned. We saw that banks, yes, they started to assess the impact of the Basel rules pretty much 2 years ahead of the implementation date, and they spent most of the time to enrich their source systems, run new data sets through the solutions to see in how far the new data is meeting the final regulations. So this is a little bit our experience with Basel IV, let's say first wave of Basel IV rollouts globally. Thank you.